So for today's story, we're going to be doing one of my favorites. We're going to be doing the Three Little Pigs. And you know what? Since there's three little pigs, I say we start things off with three, 1, 2, 3, pig jokes. Pig jokes, pig jokes, pig jokes. Let's start it off, guys, with the first of the pig jokes. So what do you get if you cross a pig and a cactus? Say what? A porcupine. A porcupine. Pig joke. Numero dos. The second pig joke. What do you call a pig with no legs? Say what? A groundhog. And the last of the pig jokes before we begin, story time. Our final pig joke. Drum roll on your bellies. Drum roll on your knees. Drum roll on your cheeks. The last pig joke. What do you call a ninja pig? Say what? Pork chop. Oh. All right, guys, we are now going to do story time. So if you're at home and you've got yourselves a favorite pillow or a favorite stuffed animal, grab your favorite pillow. Grab your favorite stuffed animal. Get comfy. Make your way over to your mommy or your daddy or your grandpa or your grandma or whoever you're hanging out with today. Curl up next to them and let's begin story time. Yeah. Today's story, Three Little Pigs. This is my version of the Three Little Pigs. It's a little different than the normal Three Little Pigs. It's a little bit more silly. It's a little bit more weird. And I think it's also a little bit fun. So get yourselves cozy. I'm gonna get myself cozy, getting comfortable here in front of my little cottage. If you're wondering, that's where I live. Right there. Isn't it cute? I'm just kidding. That's just a shed. Story time, guys. So here we go. The Three Little Piggies. Once upon a time, there was three little cute baby pigs. They just moved to a new forest, and they each wanted to build a super secret, super cool fort. Have you ever built a fort? I love building forts. And that's what the Three Little Pigs are going to be getting into, is building super secret cool forts. One piggy said, I'm so sleepy. I better build a fort quick so I can take a nap. The second piggy said, I'm so hungry. Couldn't you two build a fort for me while I eat raspberry Pop-Tarts? Yum, 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 yum. The last piggy said, whoever builds the best fort should get all the raspberry Pop-Tarts. With a fun prize in mind, the raspberry Pop-Tarts, those sound delicious. They all got to work building their secret forts. The first little pig found some pillows and built a tiny little home just big enough to crawl into and go to sleep. The second little piggy, he worked a little bit harder, and he built its house out of sticks and blankets, making sure the kitchen was extra big for super-sized Pop-Tarts. These two piggies then sang and danced and played together the rest of the day. The third little piggy, that third piggy, he worked hard all day. Do you know what he did? Can you guess? He cleaned up all of his Legos. All of them. Even the really tiny ones that are hard to find. He got all of his Legos, and that smart, hard-working piggy built himself a house out of Lego bricks. A whole house out of Legos. Oh my goodness. It was sturdy, with a lovely little kitchen, and a special room just for dance parties. The next day, a wolf happened to pass right by where the piggies built their fort. Do you think they're going to be okay? Fingers crossed. I hope so. And this wolf, he saw the pillow house, and he smelled the pig inside. He thought the pig would make a mighty fine meal, and his mouth began to water. Oh no. I'm gonna grab my water. Time to simulate the mouth-watering big bad wolf. I think I just made a mess. So with his mouth watering, the wolf, he said, little pig, let me in." But the little pigs, that little piggy, it was in its blanket house, and it was busy posting selfies on Instaham. But he heard that wolf's belly rumbling, and he could hear the drool dripping off of his face and plopping against the ground. And that piggy said, "No, not by the hairs on my chinny chin." Then the wolf showed his teeth, and he said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." So he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house down. The wolf opened his jaws very wide, and he bit down as hard as he could. But the first little pig was very good at dancing and twirled away from the wolf's mouth with an The pig ran away and hid with the second little pig in the blanket fort. The wolf hurried along. He passed by the second house made of blankets and sticks, and he smelled the pigs inside, and his mouth, it began to water. And he thought, what a fine dinner these pigs would make in their stick and blanket fort. Maybe he could make pigs in a blanket. With his belly rumbling, he roared even louder, little pig, let me in." But the little pigs easily heard his rumbling belly, and they said, "No, not by the hairs on my chinny chin. So the wolf showed his teeth, and he said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." So he huffed, and he puffed. He got a little winded, used his inhaler, and then he blew the house down. The wolf was greedy. He tried to catch both pigs at once, but he was too greedy, and he got neither. Instead, the piggies hoofed it out of there, screaming. The wolf chased them through the woods, the little piggies hurrying along. He almost caught them, but the piggies made it to the Lego house, and they slammed the door shut before the wolf could catch them. Oh, way to go, little piggies. The three little pigs were very frightened. They knew the wolf wanted to eat them, and that was very, very true. The wolf hadn't eaten all day, and he'd worked up a large appetite chasing these piggies around, and he could smell all three of them inside. Do you think they smelled like bacon? I hope not. He knew that the three little pigs would make a lovely feast. So the wolf howled, "Ow! Ow, 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 ow! Little pig, let me in." The little pigs trembled, and they answered, "No, no, 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 not by the hairs on our chinny chin." So the wolf showed his teeth. And he said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." So he huffed, and he puffed. He used his inhaler, and then he blew. But the sturdy Lego house didn't budge. It was too strong. So the wolf, he stomped his feet in anger and ow! The wolf shrieked. He stomped one of his bare feet right onto a Lego. The wolf fell onto his side, howling and crying in pain. Oh, my poor Tootsie. The Legos, they hurt so much. Oh, not the Legos. The piggies laughed and they laughed. But then they felt bad. And the third piggy said, "Big Bad Wolf, are you okay?" The wolf sniffled, and he said, "My paws hurt, and my belly is so empty." The third piggy then thought for a moment, and he smiled. "Well, if you stop being a big bad wolf, we'll share our raspberry Pop-Tarts with you. Then you won't be so hungry." The wolf howled with joy, and they all shared their Pop-Tarts. Thanks to that hardworking and smart third piggy who didn't pig out and shared his Pop-Tarts and built an amazing Lego house. They now had a place they could have all the fun sleepovers. And they made a brand new friend, the Big Bad Wolf. Though after being shown kindness, the wolf changed his name to the Tall, Terrific Wolf and was their new best friend. So boys and girls, I had so much fun. This was a great time hanging out with all of you. If you enjoyed kidding around with Cameron, let me know. Post in the comments. Let me know you had fun. I will try to answer all of you, every single comment later today